The Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship International, appreciating the power of the horse to change lives. Freedom. Strength. Health. Independence. Vigor. Happiness. These are all words frequently associated with therapeutic horsemanship. Throughout the world, hundreds of thousands of individuals with special needs experience the rewarding benefits of equine-assisted activities and therapies, or EAAT. A physical, cognitive, or emotional special need does not limit a person from interacting with horses. In fact, such interactions can prove life-changing. The Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship International celebrates ability, optimism, diversity, and a shared love of equines. A nonprofit organization, it is the premier professional membership association and an international voice for the therapeutic horsemanship industry.
PATH International has been around since 1969, so I believe they're the oldest organization in this country that's devoted to equine-assisted activities and therapies. So they have a lot of experience and tried and true practices, what works, what doesn't work. They have programs all over the United States. And when you are involved in one of those programs, whether you're a volunteer, an instructor, a participant, you know that if it's a member center or a premier accredited center, that there are certain minimum standards, which are not really minimum in the sense of their quality, that center has to follow. So if I had a choice of going to a program that was accredited versus one that was not involved in PATH and didn't know about PATH, I would choose a PATH center just because of that accreditation process that the centers have to go through. And the training and the certifications that the various instructors and staff have to go through to ensure they know what they're doing. This field is a lot more complicated than most people understand, and there is a lot of knowledge that we as instructors need to have in order to do this in an appropriate, safe manner.
The association certifies professionals and accredits centers that each year help tens of thousands of children and adults with physical, mental, and emotional challenges find strength and independence through the power of the horse. PATH International member centers in the United States and around the world range from small, one-person programs to large operations with several certified professionals and licensed therapists. PATH International credentials therapeutic riding, interactive vaulting, and driving instructors, and offers a certification for horse handlers in mental health and learning sessions. These professionals and tens of thousands of volunteers work closely with participants to ensure the utmost safe sessions. This commitment to offering the safest and most productive experience is the reason medical professionals, organizations, and families seek out and trust PATH International credentialed professionals with the well-being of their loved ones.
To me, if I were a parent seeking services for my child, I would absolutely search out a center with certified instructors. I would want the best for my child. I would want somebody who understands my child. I'd want somebody who understands horses and the mechanics of it all, because my child needs special attention.
While centers vary in size and/or the types of services provided, they all have one thing in common. They voluntarily operate under the direction of the PATH International Standards for Certification and Accreditation. The purpose of these standards is to educate administrators, program directors, credentialed professional program personnel, and the public regarding best practices and procedures followed within the EAAT industry. These detailed, ever-evolving voluntary standards include, among a myriad of other topics, health precautions and limitations for participants.
Did you guys hear what she wished for?
Yes.
An iPad.
The standards are the reason it is imperative for a family to look for centers and professionals operating under this umbrella of safety, excellence, and humane treatment of participants and horses.
excellent as far as the safety. You know, every rider has a sidewalker, and they do an excellent job. As far as mounting, and as far as throughout the whole course, they do an excellent job. Never had a problem where it was a safety issue at all. And also the instructors, you can tell that they are well seasoned. They're very trained, very well trained. And you can tell that a lot of experience, whether riding themselves before they started training, but they're very, very well trained.
For the participants, experiencing the motion of a horse can be very beneficial. Riding a horse rhythmically moves the rider's body in a manner similar to a human gait, so riders with physical needs often show improvement in flexibility, balance, and muscle strength. Horses have lateral, posterior, anterior, and rotational movement in their stride, just as humans do, and therefore, when ridden, are able to help normalize tone, help provide muscle memory to the rider, and help the rider improve core strength.
Well, my family came involved with the Therapeutic Riding Center whenever my daughter was in K3. She attended a school where her physical therapist suggested that it would be a good idea for her to do therapeutic riding at Fieldstone here, and she has been riding pretty much ever since that date. But what had got her encouraged was she had apraxia and hypotonia, and her ligaments in her were weak, so she had trouble speaking, and it was pretty severe where, you know, she wasn't talking to anybody. She would just talk basically to me. Her sister she'd talk to a little bit, but my husband, she really wouldn't talk to him a whole lot, or strangers definitely not. And she also had a problem with her walking. We got her out here at Fieldstone. She loved it, and within a week she started using more of her vocabulary as she was becoming more comfortable with the horse, and the excitement that came over her as we just came out here and just seeing the horses was a big step in a positive direction. But within a month she was talking more, and I mean, we definitely saw major improvements in just her personality towards people, her comfort levels with the horses, the instructors, with other people who she would even meet, you know, and she just kind of broke out of her shell. And then after her speech came out, and you know, we started working with her even more. Over the years, she's just grown to be who she is now, which is very strong, and you know, with her walking has improved. I mean, it's just her muscle strength has improved. She used to fall down actually every week, and when she'd fall, it would be a recovery period of a few days, and she would always hurt her legs because she was so weak. But and we really haven't had a trouble with that, and pretty much the only therapy we're doing. It's definitely been a positive impact on our family.
Whether it's a 5-year-old with Down syndrome, a 25-year-old war veteran recovering from a spinal cord injury, or a senior citizen recovering from a stroke, research shows that individuals of all ages who participate in EAAT can experience physical and emotional rewards. For individuals with emotional challenges, the unique relationship formed with a horse can lead to increased confidence, patience, and self-esteem. As more medical research validates decades of collected anecdotal evidence on the benefits of EAAT, the number of horses centers need continues to grow. When insurance companies reimburse for services on a more widespread basis, the number of horses needed will continue to grow. And as all of our troops come home, the number of horses centers will need will continue to grow. The services PATH International professionals provide are giving horses, mules, ponies, even minis, a less traditional role in society. However, the horses who are cut out for this work are anything but traditional. Horses in the industry come in all shapes, breeds, and sizes. They're champion jumpers, vaulting draft horses, and minis used for equine-facilitated psychotherapy. They come from show backgrounds or racetracks, rescue facilities, and some are even raced specifically for EAAT.
Supporting PATH International on a national level is very attractive for funders. They are able to leverage quite a bit of their donation to influence the market and to really reach a lot of participants on a different level than maybe they have before. We have over 40,000 participants at our centers, over 800 centers across the world. And it's a different market for a lot of our funders probably.
While tens of thousands of individuals benefit from therapeutic horsemanship, there are still thousands more on waiting lists to receive services. More resources are needed to facilitate the high demand.
I think the reason for contributing to therapeutic horsemanship, and PATH International in particular, is because it is the organization that I know of that has standards, precautions and contraindications, guidelines to ensure that there are safe, effective, humane practices when it comes to putting people and horses together in a way that's therapeutic. So they just have the whole package.
PATH International needs your support. While all gifts are valuable, a gift of $25,000 will help the association continue its outreach to families to make sure they know the importance of seeking out professionals to help their loved ones. And it would help publicize therapeutic horsemanship to medical professionals so they will consider this very viable option for their patients. A gift of $10,000 will send mentors to visit centers and help them through the accreditation process, which further solidifies the quality and safety of PATH International centers. A gift of $5,000 allows the association to provide education scholarships for instructors working toward their certification or members obtaining their mandatory continuing education requirements.
There's a quote that I attribute to Winston Churchill. I've heard it attributed to several different people, but I attribute it to Winston Churchill. And it says, "You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give." And I can't think of an industry or a cause more deserving of help than therapeutic riding. Therapeutic riding does nothing but good in our society, and the people who do therapeutic riding have the open heart and the integrity that you want to see in any cause that you give to. And so I think if you want to make a really great life, therapeutic riding is a great cause to give to.
Please invest in PATH International today, and thank you. To donate, please visit www.pathintl.org.